Welcome back, everybody. Kathy Arbor here. Just lighten this a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kathy Arbor here. Just lighten this. Just checking. A little bit dark for you guys to see this properly. There's a bit of a lag, of course. Huh. Why isn't that? I don't know if that's enough or not. That's weird. Oh, I guess it's good. All right. So last week we did the letter S for September, and it was fun. I liked it. And today, September to me, there's always the back to school, so everyone can enjoy their peaceful back to normal routine. Hey, Joan. Hey, Lena. And I'll bring you guys in a little bit. See what you guys are seeing. All right. So last Thursday, I believe I did more jelly printing. I'm thinking I did. I'm not sure. It's all a blur anymore. And I was again trying out my Akua inks, and I tried them on some plants, and they work awesome too. And you have, again, time to figure out your composition, which I like. This is the first one I did, and I put a little bit too much paint, and that's why it's kind of blotchy in areas, but it's still a nice looking print. This was another one. This is on rice paper. And these are some Akua prints with stencils, and just combining stencils and colors and different ways of going from plate to paper and paper to plate type of thing. And different colors. I really like this one with the blues and the yellows. I think you saw that one. That was plants. Here's another one. And they are dry. And if you find that you've put too much paint, all you have to do is set it in between two pieces of newspaper, and the oil from the ink will absorb into the newspaper. So yeah, I love them. I think they turned out really cool. And there's no texture to these at all. They're just very much like just the paper, like you would put it through a laser printer. I did experiment a bit on them, and I found out that I can print acrylic paint on top of it, which is a bonus. Because usually with an oil-based medium, you can't put acrylic on top. But this you can. And the other way around, acrylic with a coup on top, doesn't work as well. It takes a longer time to dry. And you could probably, it would be a little bit tough putting thick layers on top. But you can do it if you want to wait for it to dry. But the fact that you can actually use these and paint on top with acrylics is great. So those turned out awesome. And I still have bits and pieces left over from my jelly printing session. So this is what we did last Tuesday. And it's in watercolor, and we used this for the it's Aqua Bronze by Schminky, and that's only one coat, and it went on really nice. And this is a powder, so you just add water to it, and they fill the jars. And you can get them in silver and copper also, I believe. So today I thought we could draw kind of a little bunch of different things representing going back to school. So I bet all these parents, well, here anyway, this week is when the kids in Canada go back to school. So all the parents are just so happy. Get back to normal. So I thought, well, how do I represent going back to school? So I thought I would just do some panels and put something in each panel that represents school. And you can draw them. If you have templates, you could do that too. You don't have to make them into panels if you don't want to. I thought I would use washi tape. Let's see, where is it? So some thin washi tape, and just make some. So I think I want a long one on this side. And depending on, see, I have some bleed through, so I think what I'm going to do with this is put on some gouache on this side. I'm just eyeballing it. Then the edges will stay fairly clean. And then on this side we'll do, I don't know, 3 maybe sections. We'll see. I'll put one up here to start. So it'll be a double spread. Okay. Thanks, Joan. Hey, Janet. Good to see you. So the big thing for most kids going back to school is about the clothes and all their supplies, their new supplies, their backpack, shoes, pencils, crayons, all that stuff. So I thought that would be kind of a cute way of representing back to school. So I thought it would be kind of neat just doing half of the body, not the whole body. So say a girl that was in high school, and they're, you know, a lot of high schools have uniforms. Some don't, but a lot of them do. So she would have a kilt skirt. A lot of them have kilt skirts. Some of them are allowed to wear pants, but no jeans or that type of thing. So we'll do a kilt skirt here. And waistband. Just bring her blouse up there a little bit. And then I'm just going to have, probably, we'll put her hand down, about down here. Hopefully I can get the right proportion. I'm winging it. And she'll be holding a knapsack. Wrist there. Hand. Like that. And let's have her holding the knapsack. So they would have some kind of a thing around there, roughly. And we'll erase anything that's over top. They usually weigh a lot because it's full of all kinds of different things. There's usually areas for their lunch to be packed in there. That. Side pockets and all that. Zipper. And maybe a little label of some sort in there. And let's put a little zipper there. And let's see, bring her leg down here. Let's see. Okay. So she's got a short skirt on, if you're wondering. So I'll put her leg in there. It goes like this. Her heel. She's got socks on. Or maybe she'll have high tops. I don't know if they're allowed to wear high tops with their kilts or not. I don't know. legs too fat. Let's see. Just kind of looks like slippers. And then we'll that. Let's make this leg a little thinner. Yeah. All right, and then we can erase some of this. And we'll just use gouache on this side. I haven't really used gouache a whole lot, so this could be interesting. And maybe she has her hand. You know how kids stand, they usually have their hand behind, or their one arm behind them. Let's do that. The thumb be here. Like kind of. Yeah, that'll work. Just got a belt. Okay. Actually, that foot's a little too thin. She looks like she's got a bad foot. That's a little better. All right. Cracks me up, Kimberly. Lunch pack go down. Just reading chat. Haven't heard it. Oh. Okay. Then, what can we put? Well, we have pens or books. Could do a bunch of pens. So you just take your, just get a bunch of pens and pencils and come out in front of you. Markers or whatever. Let's see. There's a pen. You can kind of like that. If you guys want to draw them, you can. Like that. So we have this pencil. It's the longest one. That. They're just kind of like these hearts on the side with, I can see it too. And then the B is like that. H. Just like that. And actually, that should be down further. Because I want to put the steel part. So there's kind of little dimples in here, and then there's these rings like that. And then this is the eraser, like there. And then that's about, so you follow the line. It might be a little thicker because the cap is on. Goes to about there. That, and there's just a bit of writing in there. I can't really see it. There is this black part on the top, and I can kind of see through it. So there's a black area, then there's another, and then you see this another black area, and then you can see the tip of the pen like this. I want to center it. Oop, I just moved it. That. And then just see that running through. And then That's a little bit thinner. That's black. There's kind of grooves that you see in there. And kind of it's see-through, so you're seeing the ink. It ends about there. But you see also a glare on the pen itself. We'll have to put that in also. Right, and then there's this one. Actually, I moved that, so I'm gonna just draw it. I guess I can do it here. And this is just practice, guys. Just the more you do, the better you get. And it's fun. I like drawing pencils and stuff like that. It's just a lot of fun to see if you can, how much detail you can get into it. And then I see a little, it says pen. And I can't really, well, I guess I could put Sharpie in there. Here. All right, so we got that in there, and you can fix it up, or depends how accurate you want. I'm not looking for, I just want to have fun with it. What else? Papers. Stop in the light. How about books? I do a bunch of books. So let's tape off another area. And we'll put, say, 3 books on. Let's just do 3. Okay. So, okay, so if we're looking at the books, let's say there's a bunch of them stacked. See, we'll be looking down a bit on them, so maybe they're jutting out from each other too. And you can name them if you want to. That kind of looks cool when you do that. actually, that needs to be. Need to bring this out like that, so that this one here depending on how big you want them. And one can go here. And maybe a smaller one, or fatter one. We'll make it a little bit shorter. Okay. So those can be the spines if you want, or you could have the paper showing. Let's put an apple on top. Okay. All right. Now I could probably do these in watercolor, and could be in gouache, just so that I can get rid of that there. Or I might mix them up too. I could do both. Let's do number 4. So I should miss these. And I'm just going to use some of this paint that I had in my palette already. So I'm just going to make the eraser down there. And it's kind of a gold color. I might even use gold paint. I could. And then there's kind of a really dark red right here. And the pencil is black. So we need to make some blacks. I don't have any out here. Actually, we can use this here. This will work. And you can see a little bit of a highlight in the center. But we'll put the black in first. Let it dry. And then the other one is really black. It's thick. So let's try and thicken this up a little bit. Nice and dark. And probably have to use a paint pen or colored pencil to put the Sharpie back in, because I'm not painting around it. this thing here, black. Like that. And then this is a silver area, but there is a shadow cast into the silver. That. Nothing in here. Darker on the outside. And just kind of blend it in. This isn't watercolor paper, so it's a little bit harder, but and then just a small little line in the center. And then a nice brown, kind of a dirty brown actually, for the wood tip here. The pencil. And then okay. Really dark in here. And then this is the end of the pen. Dark, dark, dark in here. And let's see. Just lighter right here. You're seeing through this plastic. You kind of have to pay attention to the shadows and stuff that you're seeing on the plastic and the highlights. This is and then a few little letters in there and a dot. There's a bright highlight, but I'll have to put that in later. Okay. Now, let's see what that... No, it was like this. I have probably a shadow from the pen and pencil on the table or whatever it's sitting on. So it would be in here. And there's actually a darker shadow cast by the pencil. Same within here. This one. Like that. And this would be very light shadow. Like that. Let's see. Color should we do this? This paper towel has kind of a neat pattern on it. So let's do blue. I'm going to mix a little bit of a darker blue in there. I don't want it too bright. Lots of water. And go around the apple. Well, it's still wet. I'm gonna. No, it's not going to do it. Probably because it's sketchbook paper, so it's not going to take that color away because it soaks in the paper too fast. So put this shadow in where the apple is. And this will be the spine of the book. Let's just give this a little bit of a darker area right in here on the spine. And I'm just going to, right on the inside of this line, like that. Now I'm going to do the third one, not the one next to it, because it'll probably bleed if I were to do that one. So let's make that one this red. It's kind of a dirty red. And let's make the spine on the other side. So pages will be facing us now. Oh, I said I wasn't going to do that. No, keep your fingers crossed. I guess I'm far enough away from it. It's not going to affect it. Cool. And a little bit on right here. And along the edge. That. And then this one we can do green, I guess. Most of the books are usually like an olivey green, or we'll do this as the spine. You can hear the crickets. Literally. All right, and then let's dry that so I don't mess it up. Thanks, Joan. All right, so this apple we can do, and it's going to have a little bit of this green in it. So usually you'll see green in the top part. And you could actually paint the whole thing green if you wanted to. And then just go over it with other colors, like different shades of red, maybe a little bit of yellow. Yeah, they're all different shades. Well, you've seen apples. There's not a specific color for them. And they're different shades of red too. It can be almost a burgundy, or now I like painting it while it's still wet from the green and the yellow. So then it kind of seeps in a little bit. Some red in here, just a tad. And some darker right on the bottom here. Brown. Okay, we'll just let that set. And well, I guess we could do the books. So I want to make some a little bit of shadow. So I'm just going to use this bluey gray color. Put some shadows in here. So be a little bit of a shadow underneath the book here. A little darker. In here. Okay, and I'm going to make this side a little bit darker. So this spine here would be a bit darker because it's on its side. So it's not getting the same amount of light as the top. So it'd be a little darker. Same with that, the green. Just a bit more. That. And a little bit more on here. Like that. Now the pages are kind of, they could be white or they could be slightly colored. I'm going to use some pen work too to put in those. Thanks, Barb. And then, let's see. So I said I was going to use some gouache on this one, and I haven't used gouache that much, so this could be interesting. But you got to try in order to learn, right? I'm going to put this aside, and I'm going to get my container out. All right, so I'm just going to have a white blouse. I can get this off. I got those there. I got these things on them. I guess they should be taken off. I'll have to play with that later. Okay, so a little bit of blue here. This is ultramarine blue. I just need a bit, not a lot. Let's see. There. That's better. Blue, I better keep them out just in case. And her skirt's gonna be greens and blacks, I think. So deep green. That one needs to be stirred. I draw a bunch of those monsters from the book Janet had. I just finished inking all the pages now. Letting them dry so I use gouache over them. Oh, cool. What kind of gouache do you use? Well, this is fairly watery. It's funny how some of them are thicker than others. I need some white. Oh, okay, so this is what these are. Oh no, these are master's class. I'll put that over here. And a little bit of this. And I would like to get a good brand. These were really cheap, and they're supposed. A lot of people rave about them. They're supposed to be a fine artist gouache. I got them at Jackson's. They had them on sale for, I think, $35 for the set. It wasn't bad. And a little bit of red. Just gonna put some red in here. And I think that's all I need for now. All right. So we want her blouse to be kind of white, so we're actually gonna make just a light blue color. And we'll just put in that light blue over top. Oh, awesome, Carol. Isn't that a good feeling? That's great. Now I want her skirt to be kind of caramely off-white. And then I'm going to put the pattern over top of this. Let's see if this works. Okay. In between your fingers and the bag. Now this isn't the heaviest gouache, it's kind of light. But I don't know how opaque it should be. Okay, that doesn't matter. That. And then a little bit darker in between the folds of our kilt. It's right in here. So how many of you have tried gouache? And do you like it or do you prefer the watercolor? I know you can't really go over it too many times from what I've seen people do. They say that. But you like both? I guess they both have their own place, kind of. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see now. want to make a little bit of a different green right there. This could be more labor intensive than I thought. A little bit darker in the crease. And then in here, I suppose you could use watercolor for this type of thing. That. And then some of this. A little darker in the fold, and that's a little higher. As you go up, folds, the inner folds aren't as noticeable because it's closer to the body as it goes up. Okay. There. More of the dark green. And then let's see. A little bit of shading down with a bit of green, just a bit. And some of these. It's the lighter green that I'm using. So I just mixed some of that dark green with some white. And then I'm going to put in maybe blue or black. What should I do? Or I'll mix a little bit of this blue, this ultramarine blue. With some green, I think. Make it real dark. It's almost black. So dark. And then I can just take could use a pencil. But this is good practice too. See how fine you can get. Not too worried about it. Some more thicker, that's fine. And a little bit more of that blue. Watered down. And I'm just going to put a few shadowed areas in here. Where her blouse is kind of creased. And I think she'll have dark blue belt. All right, let's do her knapsack. So maybe it's going to be could do it in a watered down wash too. So let's do it in reds. I haven't got any red in here yet. So a watered down red. Might have some stuff in there, so might have a little bit of bulging going on there. We'll put some pen work on there too. Let's make it a little thicker. Would be darker under here. That. And a little more around here of a darker red because it's on the side. And this would be two, and a little bit. Let's cover this up here. There. And we can always add pen to this too. Okay, so for sneakers, I'm going to do green. And she's got Converse on, or okay. Let's put some. Let's see, I have some gouache here, and I'll mix it over here, I guess. White. Some more white. A bit more white. Yeah, it's back to school time for this area. A little more. Hopefully this comes over. Not quite, but I guess I could put more than one coat on here. Let's see. white on here and see if I can get rid of that mark. And some a little bit lighter skin tone. I'll let that dry. And we'll use some pen work on this too, for more of the details of the fingers and stuff like that. Fix it up. Yeah, perfect, eh? And a little bit of shadow. I could do that with a here's some. I just reactivated it. Okay. Let's do a little bit of highlight on her arm. So some white. I'm going to dry that again and just add a little bit of a shadow. So like this. One more. And there'd be a little shadow in here from the bag. And down here on the bag. Just right under the skirt there. That. And then this right under the back of the arm. Like that. And then in the fingers. And in here by the thumb. Like that. All right, so let's dry. Well, we'll leave that to dry, and let's use a little bit of pen. So I'm going to take my five. That's not working very well. That one's not good either. it's a Sharpie. Is that a pen? Yeah, that might work. I basically do most of my pen work, not on all of it, just on more or less where it needs either texture or I know that area is shaded. So maybe where some of these come up. And in the fingers here. Clean your pen off every once in a while because they don't like the squash. Alright, and this one. So where the shadows would be in this is where I would do this. I might go in also with a white pen. Okay. Or where you want the really dark darks, where the things meet and there's a crevice. You want the little darker. See. This here. Just kind of lightly dragging my pen over to make some of these pages. I want this fairly dark in here though, because that would be kind of showing the thickness of your cover of the book. So it'd be a little darker, and underneath the book would be darker. You could cut out sentences from magazines to put on the covers of the books. That would be cool as a topic, or you can write it in. So under the apple, it would be dark. So you can do that, and in here a little bit underneath the stem. You can make some marks or specks in the apple. You can use also colored pencil or whatever you want. Okay. What time is it? It's not bad. Not bad. Like that. So we could put What else could we put in here? Well, let's just put art. I think every school should have an art course. All right. Now, take some of these off. Hopefully they're not going to rip my paper. And then we're going to add a border around. And we're going to do a little bit of a different addition to it. Okay. Now I got a stamp here, but you could use your drawing skills and do leaves if you want. But I may as well use this stamp. So I'm going to get my ink. Actually, I think I have another stamp too. Trying to find a stamp. Those. I know I got another one in here somewhere. Mess. Oh, I could use these too. I think I'll use this one. This is just black ink that I'm putting on it. And I'm going to put it right here. That. And I'm going to put the other one there. All right. All right. I'll dry them so they don't move. That's archival ink. So we'll work the dye. Get my watercolors back out. Where did I put my... Okay, just... Oh, there it is. All right. So we can... Green. red. They don't have to be all as bright. I can make some that are not. It's up to you. You could leave them too, and not have them painted at all. I kind of like a little bit of color. I like that Indian yellow. It's pretty. And maybe we'll do this one too. Green. Orange in the bottom. That. There. Like that. I'll dry that. It's better. All right, one last thing, or a couple more things to do, and then it's good. All right. Do I have a template? Don't see it. Doesn't have to be around the whole thing. It looks kind of cool if you have stuff hanging out. Let's see, I'll do this one. Where do we do this one? This one could be bigger. How do I want to do this one? I think because I have that line anyways. Go like that. All right. So you can make these a little thicker if you wanted to. You could also put lettering in here. Yeah, I have these little let's see. Do it in a pen just to see what it looks, or a pencil. Let's see. How should I do this? Have it here. I don't know if it's going to fit or not. Or if you have stamps, you could use that. Oh. Have a fantastic evening, Joan. Thanks for popping in. It's not bad. Yeah, that wouldn't have worked. So, I'm just going to move this up just a little bit. All right. And then I can just erase. things in here. Oh, I have to put the white on in there. And then I'm done, I think. Okay. White pen. Okay. Let's see if this is going to be small enough. I don't know. And that can be, what was that? Something like that. I'm going to put a little bit of black under her shoes. That would be darker in there. Like that. Maybe make this a little bit wonkier. Give it a little bit more of that. There. All right, I think that's it. I think it turned out pretty cool. I like that. I love areas that are blocked in but sticking out, so to speak. So today is the 6th. Wow. 9/6/22. So there's another idea for you to do in your sketchbook. And it could be any topic. You could do this with more than 3 areas. You could do 5, 6, 7. Depends how big your book is, how small you want to draw. It's kind of cool to do this in the same way as I did this one too. So it could be a day or a week, and then you just have your sections of what you did for the day. And then the main thing, maybe you're going to emphasize on the leaves, or maybe it was raining, or something that kept occurring all the time. You would use those for your accent, like the leaves here. Okay, so I will let you guys go, and you have a fantastic day. Get your sketchbook, be creative, and relax and enjoy. All right, see you Thursday.